Mm, mm, oh,
Are we ready? Okay, we can get started. Hare Krishna. Okay. Who would like to start the prayers today?
Hare Krishna.
Who would like to lead the prayers? Nobody? Really? Does Mataji do the prayers on her own?
No, everybody together says.
Oh, everyone says it together. Okay, let's start the prayers. Okay, unmute yourself and we'll start. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya
Krishna Prishtaye Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauracharya Nirvise Shunyavadi Pastyati Adi Satari Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Sadi Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Okay, okay, that's good.
Hare Hare
Radhika Mataji, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so
Okay,
much.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
हाँ,
All right, kids,
प्रोजेक्ट
let's get.
आज है कल है
Arna, can you unmute?
Saturday.
I think Arna, right? Yeah. Anyways, kids, I'm not able to mute. Okay, let's see. Hare Krishna, kids.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you so much for joining. Give me 2 minutes. I'll try to. I'm thinking there are some issues with my video, so kindly bear with me. So let's. You all did the prayers.
Yes, Mataji. Okay. Om Gyarabiti Radhasya.
We did the prayers. We did the prayers. It seems.
कल क्या बनाना है आप मुझे बताओ मैं बना के लाती हूँ कुछ
We did the prayers, Mataji.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, Mataji. Thank you so much. Arna, Mataji, can you mute Arna?
I'm trying.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Yeah.
Mataji, I'll take care, Mataji. If you have some work, you can go ahead, Mataji. Thank you so much for starting the YouTube live. Hare Krishna. So kids, we are going to do a recap of today's. I think we'll just do the recap of the whole session, basically. So that's what we will do today. Okay. So anybody remembers what's happening till now? What you have been learning?
What happened was that
Kardama Muni
Hmm.
was with Vishnu. Vishnu cried, tears came from his eyes. Then Swayambhavu Manu and it came to him. He was traveling the entire world to find someone suitable for his daughter. That's where we are.
Yes. So today we will go through the 22nd verse and then we will get through the chapter summary. Okay. Just bear with me. I'm going to share the Veda base directly. And which verse are you doing now?
Mataji,
Is that
we went ahead. We're like on like 9.11. We stopped out. But then the Bhagavata, there was also a Bhagavata verse. I think it was 1.3.38.
we were doing 28, right? Okay.
Yeah, we were doing 38.
And she said 28.
No, not 38. We were doing 28. Anyways, let me share my screen and then we can get started with today's verse at least. Am I visible, kids? Sorry.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Mataji.
All right. So let's get started with our today's topic. I'm going to share my screen directly from Veda base. Then we will look into the verse for today. Okay. All right. So Maitreya resumed, sincerely extolled in these words, Lord Vishnu, shining very beautifully on the shoulders of Garuda, replied with words as sweet as nectar. His eyebrows moved gracefully as he looked at the sage with a smile full of affection. All right, kids. Let me do a recap and then we will come back to this verse. Okay. So as Abhinav said, we saw quite a lot of things, and specifically I'll be going through some of the translations so you can understand what we did so far. Okay, we will see the story. Tell me more about Swayambhu Manu, Vidura prodded. As far as I remember, he had two sons. Who are the two sons? It is Priyavrata and Uttanapada, and 3 daughters. Yes, that's right, answered Maitreya. And then he said, oh, I think I remember their names. Vidura looked up, trying to concentrate. Aha, Ahuti married Ruchi. Prasuti, who married Daksha. And he snapped his fingers, beaming. Devakuti, she married Kardama Muni. How many children did they have? Vidura's enthusiasm always made his spiritual master smile. Whenever you are eager and inquisitive trying to answer, what happens is the spiritual master feels so happy about your eagerness, and he always appreciates you for the eagerness. This is what a disciple should always look out or be watchful for. But of course, having this enthusiasm is not possible unless we are sincere in our sadhana. When we are sincere in our sadhana and when we don't commit offenses, then what happens? The enthusiasm naturally comes to a devotee. Otherwise, it's impossible to have, see, you guys are attending almost every class each day. How is it possible? I mean, you have so many things to do, right? You have homeworks, you have play time, you have, maybe you can go outside and play, or you can play at home, but you're attending every day without fail. Why? What is it that is making you attend the class every day?
Mataji. It's yes. Like Amanda Prabhu was stating that like in one like class, Krishna, like there was like this like a drugger. He was in kirtan, and he got to temple, and then he thought it was a lazy place, but then he thought it was lazy, but they woke 3:30, and then he had to do book distribution and everything. So
this whole point of the story was like Krishna, after you get in Krishna consciousness, Krishna never lets you get out of Krishna consciousness. So that's what makes me join the classes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say what Amarendra Prabhu said, but you indirectly then came to your point that Krishna is, because of him, he is again, Param is right in the sense that Krishna is all attractive, and that is why he's attracting us to these classes. That is definitely an answer. Yes, Abhinav, go ahead.
The reason I attend the classes is because I like spending time associating with devotees and devotee children, such as you all. I anticipate this moment in the day when
Wow.
there.
Mataji,
Wow.
I also wanted to share
Wait,
like
yes. Param, you are answering without me telling yes to you. See, I think somebody else also raised their hand. Let me give chance to them and then come back to you, okay? I don't know who raised their hand. I thought somebody, Rasika, Radhika. Yes, go ahead, dear.
You know why we join classes?
Yes.
Because we like Bhagavad Gita, and then classes are fun, and we all learn from classes about Bhagavad Gita and stuff.
About Bhagavad Gita you're learning?
Yeah. Well, not all.
Hey.
I like Bhagavad Gita.
Okay, but this class is Bhagavatam, na? Anyways, in that Bhagavad Gita verses are quoted, but we are not like learning Bhagavad Gita. But indirectly, yes, we are learning Bhagavad Gita. Whenever the verses are quoted in Bhagavatam, we do learn those verses. Yes. Okay. And anybody else? Stylish Samskriti, you want to say something?
Mataji, I joined the class because I want to spend time with devotees. And during my day, I don't get to do that often because I'm at school.
Right. Like Abhinav.
Yeah, Mataji, can I say?
Yes, go.
Also, I live an hour away from the temple, so I can't associate with devotees too much. So here I can associate devotees more.
Wonderful. Param, you have something to say, dear? Then we'll go.
Yeah, Mataji. I was also saying, like Abhinav said, association, because like the exalted exalted devotees and exalted Govinda kids.
Wow, very nice.
And
You
Mataji,
are all,
also like writing a verse, Antakale Chabaveva, Smaran Bukta Kalevaram, Yapni Yati Sabat Pravam, Yati Rasta Samsaya. It means like if you remember Krishna at all times, but then if you like associate like with exalted devotees, you will always also remember Krishna. That's also a way.
Very nice. Anyways, you want to remember Krishna and hence you're attending the classes. That's also a good point. Yeah. Anyways, we'll move on, dear kids. Vidra, so we have, so who married Ruchi? Akuti married Ruchi. And Prasuti married who? Daksha. Okay. And then Devahuti married who? Kardama Muni. Okay. Uttanapad had 3 daughters, right? Are you all able to now Akuti, Prasuti, and Devahuti? Okay, kids? So Vidura's enthusiasm always made his spiritual master smile. The spiritual master is smiling at you whenever you do service in the loving devotional mood, whenever you are always eager to listen Krishna Katha, to listen to Krishna Nam and all that. Well, it all started when Brahma ordered the great sage Kardama Muni to beget children, began Maitreya. But Kardama Muni was aesthetic. How was he able to find a wife and have a family? Well, he turned to a person that undoubtedly helped him, of course. He turned towards whom? He turned towards Lord Vishnu. And that is how he was able to find a wife. Well, he performed 10,000 years of penance by sitting in the bank of river Saraswati to get a good austere wife. 10,000 years, confirmed Maitreya. And oh, his trance of devotion pleased the Lord Vishnu so much that he appeared directly before the sage. 10,000 years, kids. Our life is not even 100 years. Imagine. And we are living in this material world trying to perform devotional service with lot of difficulty, even for the years that we live, because we have this period of childhood where we are most of the time spending playing outside with our friends. So we are not performing devotional service. Maybe at your age, you are mature enough. So you are trying to get yourself involved by understanding Shastras. Shastras say, yeah, you better listen to Krishna's pastimes, then you can remember me. And Shastras telling this is good, this is bad. So you're trying to follow Shastras and you want to associate with devotee kids and devotees, and hence you're all joining the classes. Like that, Kardama Muni, no joke, right? To perform austerities for 10,000 years. It's not at all an easy thing, but he did do that. He performed 10,000 years of penance. And then Vishnu was so pleased by his penance and he appeared directly before him. Sakshat darshan he got. He stood right in front of Kardama Muni and on the shoulders of Garuda, his eagle carrier. Oh Vidra! Lord Vishnu dazzled with a bright effulgence. He was such captivating sight. He glanced about smiling, his lotus face framed with shiny dark locks of curly hair. He held a conch disc mace in 3 of his hands and white lily on the 4th hand. Imagine Vishnu, okay? He was kind of dazzling with bright effulgence. So what happens is, if there is a person in Narasimha Leela, it is described that when Narasimha appeared, you know, when Narasimha asked, oh, is the Lord here? Is the Lord here? Is the Lord here? And then when he just came out of that, pillar, because of the effulgence of the Lord, this Hiranyakashipu was nothing at all in front of him. He was completely dark. His effulgence was so bright that Hiranyakashipu completely looked like a dark fellow. You know, he was like a small insect, teeny tiny insect, you all know, right? Hiranyakashipu was like that. Because of that effulgence, he was completely in dark. Can you all imagine that scene where Hiranyakashipu's effulgence was, where Narasimha's effulgence is seen and Hiranyakashipu was like dark. Like this, here we also see Vishnu was dazzling with effulgence. He glanced about smiling at Kardama Muni. And then his lotus face was with, he had that curly locks of hair. There was his lotus face, and then he held what? Conch, disc, and mace in 3 of his hands, and then white lily on his 4th hand. So he was having 4 hands. He wore a garland of white lotuses and water lilies. And to see this garland against the bluish hue, to see it encircling the Kaustuba gem on his chest, then contrasting with a golden attire that shone like lightning, it was worth waiting for 10,000 years for such sight. Maitreya described what happened next. Kardama Muni immediately fell to the ground. As soon as he saw the Lord, what did he do? What was the etiquette that he followed? Jahnavi, what did he do? Jahnavi didn't hear or what? What did Kardama Muni do as soon as he saw the Lord? Abhinav? What
He
did he
offered
do?
obeisances.
Good. Then kneeling and feasting his eyes on the Lord's alluring form, he folded his hands in prayer. My power of sight is now fulfilled. Because what is the power of the sight actually? It is to see the beautiful form of the Lord, isn't it? Here, I'm having such eyes that I'm not able to see the Lord for more than 5 minutes. That means our right is full of offense. That's why I'm not even able to relish Lord's lotus feet for more than 5 minutes. If you are able to see the Lord's form continuously, that means you have some ruchi towards the Lord. And now he is having sakshat darshan of the Lord. That means he surpassed all these stages, and the Lord is so pleased with his devotional service that he bestowed his mercy upon him by directly coming to him. Kardama Muni immediately fell to the ground offering obeisances. Then kneeling and feasting his eyes on the Lord's alluring form, he folded his hands in prayer. My power of sight is now fulfilled, he said, mesmerized. Mesmerized means in awe and reverence. So in awe, like in astonishment, in mesmerization means In astonishment, he's telling, yes, my purpose of the sight is fulfilled now. Advanced yogis have to take many births of deep meditation to see you. Yet you have given me the mercy, dear Lord, by presenting before me. You see, it is his mercy, na, to come in front of us. It is his mercy. It is up to Krishna to decide to come or not. So he can come. If you're doing really, really good devotional service, he can come to you. Why not? He can come to you. He showed his form to Prahalad Maharaj. He showed his form to Dhruva. Then why not? If you do good devotional service, won't he not show his form to you? He will, but it is up to him. It is his independent free will. Whether he wants to come before you or not is up to him personally. Okay, dear kids? Because advanced yogis, they die so many years of meditation they are doing, yet they are not able to get the mercy of the Lord. All living beings are bound by the rope of satisfying their desires. Deprived of intelligence, they worship your lotus feet to attain the temporary pleasure of the senses, and yet you bestow mercy upon them. They are asking, oh, I want a car, I want a bus, I want a car, I want a house. All these things, materially, they are going and asking Krishna. And Krishna, what he is doing? He is bestowing mercy. Whatever you ask, I will give you what you want. Depending upon your mood, I will just do what you say. I do give you whatever you ask for. So then he's saying, in the same way, desiring to marry, I too seek shelter at your lotus feet to satisfy my material desires. Please, Lord, give me a wife whose qualities and characters match with mine, for you are like a desire tree. So desire tree means whatever desires we have, he will fulfill. That is why Kadama Muni is saying, so like all of them who come to you for material desires, I'm also coming to you, oh Lord, for material desire only. What is this material desire I have? The material desire that I have is I want a good wife who has quality and character like that of mine. This is sort of what I'm looking for. So please bestow mercy upon me. Like that? Who is asking who? Kadama Muni is asking. Who's this dialogue going on between?
Vishnu.
Yes, Kadama Muni is asking Vishnu for that. And inside that pastime, whose discussion is going on? Inside this pastime of Kadama Muni and Lord, whose pastime, who's describing this pastime to who?
Maitreya to Vidura.
Yes, Maitreya to Vidura. Academically advanced Abhinav is only in the class or what? Everybody else also have to answer, na? Why you are not opening your mouth? Next time, please answer. Rai Prahlad, what are you doing, dear? Did you finish eating your orange? Yummy, yummy. Or your...
Yes, Mataji.
Oh, good, good, good. You are going here and there, I'm seeing. You are
Mataji, I'm eating.
Oh, you're also eating orange?
No, I'm eating cake.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. What cake are you eating?
Like Mataji, you know those little things that are colored, like these? Those.
Okay. Yeah.
You mean
The fruit cake.
Fruit cake. Yeah. Fruit cake. Got it. Okay, let's continue with the story. I'm seeing that Abhinav is very sincerely attending the class. I want all of you to be sincere like him. Let's shoot for that, okay? Lord Vishnu looked at the sage with an affectionate smile. You all have to imagine this, kids. Otherwise, there is no rasana. You all have to imagine, right? There's Kadama Muni seeing the Lord with 4 hands, what all he's having, corn, chakra, and maize, and then he's having in the 4th hand. What is it having in the 4th hand? Do you all remember?
lotus?
Yes, white lotuses. He wore that. And he had a lily on his 4th, okay? And then he wore the white lotuses and lilies as well.
Didn't he
Water lilies.
hold a lotus flower?
He was having a water lily on his 4th.
Oh.
And then
All the pictures I see him having a lotus flower in his other hand.
Okay, yeah, it's the lily also looks like one lotus petal only, na? If you look at water lily, it's, I mean, the lotus is like this, but the lily is like this, right? Yeah. Anyways, so that is what he was. So you have to imagine this. Then he's having Kaustuva jewel, and then as soon as he saw what happened, Kadamuni bent straight down and paid obeisances to Lord Vishnu. Then Vishnu is giving an affectionate smile to Kardamamuni, and Kardamamuni is saying, "What is this, Lord? I am also having sense gratification. Like everybody who come to you with sense gratification, you award them benediction. Like that, I am also coming with a sense gratificatory desire. What is the desire I'm having? I'm having this desire that I want to have a wife whose qualities are same like that of mine. Okay, this is what I want, Lord." Like that. And as soon as he said that, the Lord is smiling affectionately at Kardamamuni. Okay. The Lord replied, "I knew what was in your mind, Kardama. I knew that you were going to ask. I knew. And dear Kardama, so I've already arranged for this. Since I knew your mind, doesn't Lord know? He's in our heart, right? Whatever we are thinking, whatever we are intentioning to do, he knows what's in our heart. He knows if we are sincere or not. So Kardamamuni, in Kardamamuni's heart also, Lord is there. And Lord directly appeared in front of him looking at his penance. And now he's saying, "Oh, before even you telling me, I knew what is in your heart and I arranged for that. You wanted a wife, I already arranged. No worries for you." There is no frustration for living entities that serve me with devotion like you. There's no frustration at all. The righteous emperor Swayambhu rules the earth. Day after tomorrow, he will arrive with his queen Shatarupa to see you. And they have a grown-up daughter with a delicate black eyes who's searching for a husband. She has good character like you, good qualities and compatibility like that of you. Her parents are coming here to present her to you. This young princess is the one you have been desiring all these years. Yes, Kardama, she will soon she will soon be yours. She will readily serve you, and together you will have 9 daughters. And later, also they will marry the sages and have children. Kardama smiled in appreciation. By following my orders, continued the Lord, offering me the fruits of your acts and showing compassion to all living entities, your heart will be cleansed. You will attain self-realization, and finally you will come to me. Kardama nodded. Yes, there was nothing more he wanted to live this life in service to the dear Lord. There was nothing more he wanted to live this life in service to this dear Lord. Finally, Vishnu said, what did Vishnu say? I will incarnate as your son and I will instruct your wife Devahuti. Can you all believe this? He is going to come as his son. Right? And he's going to instruct who? He's going to instruct his wife, that is Kadama Muni's wife. Who's Kadama Muni's wife? Rai Prahlad. Who's Kadama Muni's wife? Dear.
Mataji, Devahuti.
Very nice, very nice. Good job. Rai Prahlad, are you 10 years old? Or 7 years?
No, Mataji. A few months back, I just turned 9.
Oh, you turned 9. Okay. So you're 9 years old. Very nice. You're 4th grade then, right?
Mataji, this is the last month of 3rd grade.
Oh, okay. So you're going to 4th grade next year. Got it. At this age, the sage stood up shocked. Did you hear right? The Supreme Personality of Godhead the Supreme Personality of Godhead would take birth as his very own son. He opened the mouth to speak, but the Lord was already leaving to return to Vaikuntha. He was not able to believe that the Supreme Lord is going to come as his son. He was about to speak, and by the time he was about to speak, what happened? The Lord left in his Garuda plane. To Vaikuntha. Garuda's wings reverberated the hymns of Samaveda as they swished, glided through the sky higher and higher back to their spiritual abode. Okay, you can all imagine, right? Lord Vishnu seated on the Garuda and Garuda reverberated. Yes, that's what, like Abhinav, he reverberated and they went up to the abode of Vaikuntha. The sage watched the Lord and his chariot disappear into the sky. The sage was seeing, oh my God, Lord disappeared like that into the sky. He was seeing for a minute the Lord was there, and then he disappeared into the sky because Garuda is so fast. He carried the Lord quickly to his abode. That's all. The Lord just has to desire, kids. Imagine, Lord is there. He just has to desire, and this desire, sankalpa, that's all. He will reach Vaikunta. I want to go to Vaikunta now. If I say I want to drink water, I have to go and fetch the water from my kitchen and then drink water. But Lord says, I want to drink water. Lord gets water immediately. Yes, go ahead, Abhinav.
Krishna never needs to incarnate. He could do it with just this the moment the thought comes to his mind. But he
Yes.
does so for the devotees.
Correct. He just has to have that desire. Everything will be fulfilled.
So he showed Kardama Muni
Yes.
his going to back to
Vaikunta.
Goloka or Vaikunta.
Yes, yes, right. He now alone, again aware of his surroundings, on the bank of river Saraswati, where he has resided for thousands of years and performed austerities, now appeared a lake. He sipped some of the water in his palm and sipped it again and again. It was unexpectedly sweet as nectar, for this lake was formed from the Lord's tears of compassion for the sage. This lake was formed by what? Tears of compassion. The Lord's tears of compassion for the sage. Imagine how much the Lord loves his devotees. How much he even showers tears of affection. And because of that tears of affection, this water has turned sweet. And when Kardama Muni drank this water, he was able to feel the sweetness of the water. And Lord, shedded tears for his devotee. This is the point we must remember, dear kids. The sage waited on these newly formed banks for Manu to come. Meanwhile, this Kardama Muni was waiting for Swayambhu Manu to come and his dear wife Satarupa. They mounted on their glorious chariot and traveled through the earth before reaching the hermitage of Kardama Muni, just as Vishnu had foretold. On the banks of Bindu Sarovar, they looked around and admired their surroundings. Their shore was decorated with trees, creepers bearing fruits, flowers of all seasons. Amidst the beautiful groves of the forest trees, birds sang sweet melodies, intoxicated bees hummed, proud peacocks danced, cuckoos forcefully cried, cuckoo, cuckoo, like that. Roaming deer skipped through the woods, boars rummaged through the leaves, porcupines scuttled along, and gavayas, elephants and baboons, lions and monkeys and mongoose, and even musk deer roamed around freely. Swayambhu Manu and Devahuti entered the sage's hermitage and saw him sitting there, just perform his fire sacrifice and oblations into it. Kardama's body shone brilliantly. Although he was dressed in rags, he was engaged in severe penances for a long time. He did not appear emaciated, for the Lord had cast his affectionate side glance upon him, and Kardama had heard the nectar flowing from the Lord's moonlight words. This is very important point. What is being told here? See, because of thousands of years of penance, somebody may look emaciated because they are not eating anything. They're going on performing the penance, because of which they may look emaciated, means weak. But Kardama, he did not look emaciated. Why? Why he did not look emaciated or weak?
Because he got the darshan of Krishna.
Who said that? Very good. Who said it?
Radhika.
Oh, Rasika Radhika, very nice, very nice. That's exactly right. So that's why Lord side glanced upon him, and because of the Lord speaking moonlight words to Kardama Muni, he did not feel emaciated, look emaciated. The sages looked up, and his eyes, large like lotus petals. He stood up to receive his guest. He was tall. He was with his matted hair and soiled ragged garments. He looked like an unpolished gem. If the gem is unpolished, how it will look? Like that he looked. Immediately, the emperor bowed before him. Kardama greeted him with a benediction by raising his right hand and honored the king by offering obeisances by making him sit on an appropriate place. Remembering the Lord's words, Kardama Muni spoke to the king sweetly. Dear Manu, you too are to protect the world and the innocent and destroy the miscreants as a representative of the Lord Hari. If you did not mount your chariot, if there weren't fierce sounds by twanging of your bow, if you did not roam around the world, then what will happen? All the rogues and rascals will be there. They will be breaking the laws of the Lord, but you are there to protect. All obeisances unto you. I must now ask you why you have come to these banks. What is the purpose? We shall carry it without hesitation. Please tell me, what is the purpose of your coming? I'm going to satisfy that without any hesitation. Kindly let me know, Manu. Like that, Kardama Muni spoke to who? Yes, Swayambhuva Manu. So with this, we will end today's session. This is all what I wanted to tell you. And now I think Charu Mataji will take it over from here. Thank you, dear kids, for patiently listening. I really appreciate it. And we will just now hand it over to, I'm sorry, what I'm doing, I don't know. Let me stop share. Yeah. Okay, let me now share the screen to Charu Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Are you there? I think I have to give Mataji co-host, I think. Charu Mataji, are you there? Kids, can you all hear me?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, I think Charu Mataji is there.
Oh, she's there. Mataji, I didn't hear her. So,
Hare
I
Krishna
mean-
Mataji. Sorry, I couldn't unmute.
okay, wonderful. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Indu Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Krishna Mataji.
Bye.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you so much,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna,
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Bye,
Hare Krishna, dear kids.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we will get
Hare Krishna
started.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna Param. How are you all?
Good Mataji, how are you?
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will quickly go to next session. So first story will be Quest for Mango. Who likes mango?
Me, Mataji.
Especially in the summer
Mataji.
season.
Me.
Yeah. Yeah. Like us, there are some more people who all likes mango. Let's see what is about it. Okay. In a forest, there lived many creatures, and among them, there were 3 birds who are close friends. They are Sonu, Monu, and Lalu. Yeah, they are very close friends. And one day they happened to meet. It was just during the onset of summer, and they had a meet. And Monu was saying, "Oh, I'm so glad the winter is over. I was so worried about it. My house was getting ruined. I couldn't go out and get some food. And now that summer is on, I really want to go out, venture out. I want to eat delicious fruits. Somehow I wanted to have this mango. I have this strong desire to taste mango. I have been waiting for this summer." And when the Monu said that he wants to have mango, both Sonu and Lalu, they also got so excited. It's been a long time, right? They have been waiting for the summer to come, and now the taste of mango, it really induced more desire to them. So what they did was, oh, never mind. We have in this forest, there are 2 mango trees. So we will go and get mango. So no need to worry. But you know what? Monu said, no, I think this summer, this is not our lucky summer. This is not our time. A few days back, I tried to flew in. There were no mango, which means by now nothing would have been ripe. There is no mango at all. And Sonu was telling, why do you worry about by now? Definitely mango would have grown. This is a peak summer. Don't you see? See, the sun is there out there, and check the climate. Everything is so good. Let's go and see. So they all went. And when they all went there, like Monu said, there were no mango at all. Not even one was visible. And he said, see, didn't I tell you? There were no mangoes at all. See, I don't know. I strongly have the desire to have the mango. It's like, no other fruit can satisfy me except mango. I have a strong desire. And Sonu said, we have 2 mango trees in this forest. Why do you worry about it? Let's go and fly to the other end, and then we will see. Definitely there will be some mangoes. So they all flew to the other tree. And when they went, they saw that there were no mangoes at all. And they were so disappointed. They were eagerly waiting to taste mango, but there were none. So they were disappointed. And so, yeah, they were disappointed. And so the Moonu said, "Oh, this is not our lucky summer. What do we do about it?" And Sonu said, "Don't worry. It's not that mangoes doesn't grow in our forest doesn't mean that mango doesn't grow anywhere. Don't you remember? There is at the outskirts, there is another mango tree. I used to water that mango tree when I was young. And by now that would have definitely grown to a big tree and there will be definitely some mangoes. Why don't we go and check that?" And they all got an idea. "Oh, that's definitely a good idea. Let's go there and then let's check it out." And this was their plan. And what's happening in the other outskirts of the forest? Yeah, there is definitely a mango tree and there are some mangoes, ripened mangoes, waiting for someone to grab and then eat it. But there are two crows, Payal and Moya, and they were discussing about it. They happened to see that there are some mangoes in the outskirts of the city. And now they wanted to explore it. So these two crows were discussing amongst each other. What are they discussing? They said, "You see, in our forest, there are no mangoes. So all the birds would come here and then try to get some food, but somehow we should not allow them. We were the first one to come here and then check whether the mangoes are grown or not. So we should be the only person to have these mangoes. No other bird should have the mangoes from this tree." And they were saying, "How is it possible? How can we stop the other birds from having it? Like us, even they will also come. Like we were searching for mangoes and finally we landed here. How can we stop them?" So they said, "No, no, no." The Payal said, "Nothing doing. All the mangoes is just for us. Only we should consume it. I will not allow anyone to have those mangoes." So what they did? They said, "Hey tree, look here. You have to follow our instruction. You should give mangoes just to us. You should not give mangoes to any other birds. We should be the only consumer from your tree." The tree said, "How is it possible? No, I can't stop anyone from having my mangoes. I have blown all over this time just to give good fruits to everyone. And I will feed anyone and everyone, whoever comes and gets it." But these crows got furious. "We are telling you again and again, how can you go against our words? No, you should follow our instruction." The tree said, "What if I don't follow your instruction? I'm not here to get orders from you. You came to get mangoes. Whatever mangoes you want, you can take it. And it's my decision to feed other birds or insects or whatever. It's my decision." I got so furious. So she said to him that, "Why don't you go home and get a big axe? Let us just chop this tree. Only if this tree is there, then other people will get the mangoes, isn't it? So let us chop this tree." And the tree got frightened. "What? Why do you have to chop me? No, no, don't do it. Don't do it." So Pal said, "Yeah, if you don't listen, then we will chop you off. Whatever mangoes that's available, everything is us, and you won't be there to produce any more mangoes." And the tree has no other way, and then finally yielded. "Okay, I will do whatever you want. Just don't chop me. No, I can't. I will follow your instruction." And then they flew away. The tree is very sad, but he is helpless. What can a tree do? It is only in one place. It's not like the birds who can fly from one place to other and then find a new home, right? So it's just very sad. And who came during that time? Sonu, Moonu, and Lalu all flew. And they all came and then they saw that, wow, delicious mangoes are there. So they were about to take it and then enjoy the fruit. But what happened? The tree just started and it threw all the birds down. These birds were a little startled. What is happening? What is happening? Why are you doing like this? How did we fell down? We were about to pluck the mangoes and now we are down. We didn't understand. And the tree started speaking. Hey, Sonu, no, don't do it. This is not for you. I'm not for sale. And you can't take any of my mangoes. So Sonu was trying to tell, what? Why? Don't you remember me when you were young, a small plant? It was me who watered you. It was me who took care of you. How did you forget? My friends wanted to have this delicious fruit, so I brought them all here. Can you please give us just one fruit for each one of us? She said, no, why should I? Just because you watered me when I was young doesn't mean that I have to repay you back. It's my decision. Now I have decided not to feed you. Please go away. Or he said, better go away before I do anything. And the birds were so sad. And they don't want to fight with the tree. And Sonu said, oh, if that is your decision, okay. We will go. We will not disturb you. Whatever pleases you, we will follow you. Then they said, okay, we came here thinking that we will have some mangoes, but that's okay. And then we came hungry stomach, and now we will go the hungry stomach. We will try to find something else. If not mango, we will find some cherries, apples. We will find something. And they went. But after they went, the tree was really started crying. Then he couldn't help, but he can't go against the directions of fire. And from far away, the crows were watching what this tree were doing. And they were so happy. Wow, this tree really followed our instruction. Yes, now we can confidently go home. Now we can be for sure that this tree will not cheat us, and tomorrow we can come back. And then they said, tree, better follow this instruction. Whomever comes, you have to repeat the same words what you told to Sonu, Mono, Lalu. Okay, better do it. And when these were the crows and the trees were conversing, then somehow the birds were eavesdropping it. They came to know. And they said, oh, it's because of the crows who did this master plan. Now I understand why this tree turned suddenly upside down. Oh, now we have to do something to this tree to save from the crows. And what they did, and then Sonu got an idea. Oh, I know someone who can help out. And then who is the other person? So they all went and met the senior people who's an eagle. And they all placed their request to the eagle. They said, oh, please, we don't want to trouble you. We know you are tired and old and you are also very busy. But there is something happening in the forest. And they related the story from top to the end. And the eagle got wild. What, really? Why do have this crow has to do like this? This while this definitely something came over her head and she's struggling. Let me see what I can do. I know you are all so kind and so helping. I know I trust you. So don't worry, I will definitely help you. And the next day, the Payal and the Moel, they were doing another master plan. And they were saying, oh, you know what? This summer, somehow we can survive. The mangoes, we can get it from this tree. So what we should do, next year, we have to threaten the trees in our forest. Next year, definitely they will start growing mangoes. So what we should do, we should threaten those trees, and so that we will be very secure for the summer. We don't have to fly from this place to that place. We will be happy in staying in one place, and we will get all the fruits. They were started making plans for the next year, and they were so sure that this year is all safe. And who was there? Eagle was there, and Eagle said, "What are you doing? Why are you behaving such mean? Why do you have to do this?" And eagle is definitely bigger than the crows, right? The crows really got frightened. Oh, sorry, did you hear something? We did not talk anything. Did you hear something? No, we were just talking amongst ourselves. We were just playing a skit. We are just doing a role play. Wait, did you hear something? Eagle said, I heard everything, and whatever you are doing, that's not right. If you don't allow the other birds to have the mangoes from this tree, and you will have to see something bad and something terrific. You will have to definitely get something from me. And the crows understood, Payal and Moel, they understood what it means. It means that eagle will not keep quiet, right? So before the eagle starts hurting, they accepted their mistake. And they said, sorry, we will not do it. And we will just get our share. And then we will go away. So we are so sorry. And then finally, the three birds, Sonu, Monu, and Lalu, they all got their share. So what do you think the moral could be?
Mataji,
Yes,
I think the moral would be like we shouldn't like keep everything for ourselves, because if we like keep everything for ourselves, it would be like we would be proud of what we have, and the moral should be like we should like always share with others.
Yeah, always share with others. So right. Yeah, true. Thanks, Param. Yes, Rasika, Radhika.
I think the moral is that you should share, because if you don't share, it's not really kind and nice. And you shouldn't be greedy. Yeah, you shouldn't be
Very good.
greedy about
Yeah,
stuff.
we should be greedy, right?
Yes.
So true. Thank you. I think we'll see. Yeah, greed. What will happen if we are greedy? It will lead to disaster. Why? Why greed leads to disaster? Because we have read like, what are the 3 gates to hell? Have anybody heard about it in Bhagavad Gita?
Lust, anger, and greed.
Very true. So finally, it might start something. Maybe mango, it will start with mango. Finally, what will happen? It will go to big stuff. Like, I want this tricycle, I want this car, I want this house. And finally, we will never be satisfied. Have you heard anyone being satisfied due to their desires? Have any desires?
Like, I want this new car. Then it will go to, I want this better toilet.
What? And there's also one more thing to take away: help ever, hurt never. Who was the person who was always trying to help in the story? Sonu, right? See, she was always trying to find some ways to help, some ways. And okay, she did not fight. Something we can also learn. Yeah, we will do our best. Even though she tried to help that tree when she was young. Okay, if she is not yielding now, she did not fight. Oh, I have my rights to earn whatever I want to. So, help ever, hurt never. That is also something we can think about. Okay, we will quickly go to the next story, and if we have time, then we will take a few discussions. So, the next story is named as Verbal Battle. What is verbal battle? Does anything ring? Does it sound any bell to anybody?
A battle using your mouth with words.
Yeah. No.
People they're like, no, you did this something.
A battle of words.
Battle of words. What does the donkey and the tiger has to do with the battle of words? Let's
Maybe
see.
it's like,
Okay. In the forest, there were so many animals like the other one, and this time a donkey and a tiger was conversing. They were together, and they were amicable. They were not just they are friendly. Amicable is like friendly. Okay, and it was a bright sunny day, and the birds were chirping, and the sun rays were hitting those forests, and it was totally radiant. And the donkey was so happy. It was like a pleasant day. It it felt that it was overjoyed to see everything so beautiful. It was a pleasant day. So it said to tiger, I'm so happy today. I'm so happy today. You see, the sun is shining and the winds are blowing, and now I have blue grass to eat. I'm so happy. The tiger said, what? Blue grass? Yeah, I have blue grass to eat. See, can't you see? It's a lush of blue grass. I'm so happy. It's the sight is so enchanting. So I just wanted to get engrossed in this. I'm going to explore this whole day today. The tiger said, how can a grass be blue? Don't you know the grass is green? Donkey said, grass is blue. Yes, grass can never be green. Don't you know? And the conversation started with this, and they were both arguing, and finally the argument, it really intensified, and they were literally having a battle through words, and each one was trying to prove that yes, the grass is blue, the donkey was saying, and the tiger was saying no, the grass is green. Have you lost your senses? Have you lost your minds? Have you seen any grass which is in blue color? Why don't you just obey? Why don't you just follow? Why don't you just take my words? The grass is green. Donkey, no. He was reluctant to take tiger words. So finally they said, okay, peace. We are not able to find any truce between us. So let us go to the king of the forest. Who is the king of the forest?
Lion.
Very good. And the lion was happily sitting in a throne. Even lion was enjoying the blue, pleasant day. And even the other animals, they were around the lion and they were giving the status updates. Oh, you know what? I did this and this in that corner of the forest. I happened to see this, and they were all giving their updates. And lion was happily receiving the updates from all animals. And it was trying to assimilate the things, what he was hearing. And then who came? Both the tiger and the donkey came and then said, please, just leave us alone with the king of the forest. We want to settle an important issue. And lion was like, okay, what is so important? And donkey said, Your Majesty, before tiger even speaks, I really wanted to put out my point to you. And this tiger has been literally scrutinizing me since morning, and he's not at all ready to listen to my words. Your Majesty, please give me a chance. I wanted to put my point to you first. The lion said, okay, go ahead. I'm disturbed. I'm telling this tiger that the grass is blue and it's so lush and it is so enchanting. And this tiger was not at all ready to listen. Why don't you tell him? What do you think, Mr. Majesty? Don't you think the grass is blue? The lion looked and then said, yes, the grass is blue. And the donkey turned to the tiger and then said, oh, yeah, see, His Majesty, lion has agreed. You see, grass is blue, grass is blue. Your Majesty, thank you so much. You made my day. This tiger has been eating my brain since morning. Please give him some punishment. Lion said, definitely. Yes, he deserves a punishment. Mr. Tiger, you will not speak for next 5 days. No speaking. You will stay alone and you will not speak for next 5 days. The donkey was so jubilant and it was jumping with joy. The grass is blue, the grass is blue, the grass is blue, and it went away. And the 5 days passed. The donkey was really enjoying it. He'd win over the battle. The 5 days passed and then the tiger came. Your Majesty, I just wanted to ask just one thing I wanted to ask. The lion said, yes. What is it? What do you want to know? I'm okay that you gave me a punishment. I'm okay. I just wanted to get this one thing clarified. Don't you think the grass is green? The lion said, yes, the grass is green. And the lion was like shocked. Then why did you allow the donkey give me this punishment? Then why did you tell this to donkey that the grass is green? Why did you accept that the grass is blue? I was just thinking over it for last 5 days. I couldn't even digest it. Oh, now finally I'm okay, but still I can't agree that you agreed to donkey. And you know what the donkey said? The lion said, the punishment is because a brave, intelligent creature like you can't waste time. Let the donkey say the grass is pink, the grass is blue, or the grass is purple. What is up to you? Why are you degrading yourself to the level of the donkey? Don't you know the donkey has only limited brain and it can think only, it has its own capacity? You being in the stature of a tiger, I don't expect this from you. And you are wasting your time. On top of it, you have taken this as a serious problem and you came to me asking for a solution. So the punishment is for that. And finally, the tiger realized his mistake. So what was his mistake? Never waste time on a discussion that makes no sense. Why? Because when ignorance screams, the intelligence shuts up. What does that mean? Does anybody can say more about it? What does that mean?
When you're in ignorance, your intelligence doesn't work correctly.
Yeah, you see, yeah.
Mati,
Yeah.
when you're ignorant, you can't think.
Correct. So you will just try what the have you also seen? I'm not sure if you have seen, but you are also small. Maybe I'm not sure how much you have seen. It's like when you grow up, you will also come to know. It's like if people, they just wanted to prove their point that they are right. How much ever we try to explain them, how much ever we try to put logic, how much ever we teach them philosophy, no, they will not take it. They just wanted to prove their point. And they will say whatever they think is right. And they try to prove until you agree, regardless of whether that's right or not. It's because when they are ignorant, they will just scream. They just wanted to put their point. But what does the intelligent people do? They keep quiet, observe the situation, and they take time to see whether can we really explain to these people. Will they really make sense to them? Only then they talk. Right? Even we should all sometimes we will also be into some situation like this. So we have to judge. Just because somebody is speaking ill of us, somebody is bullying us, it doesn't, we have to report, but it doesn't mean that we have to also talk back. Right? You're all soon, you will all go to middle school and high school. You will also get into some situation. At that time, take a step back and see, is that the right situation, or do they really agree? We don't have to fight like them. We can go and report to the higher authorities. And why is it? Because your peace and tranquility are worth more than arguing, right? Sometimes even for silly things, if we try to argue, we will lose our peace of mind. We will have some disturbance. Then we won't be able to focus on Krishna consciousness. Next time when we come to the chanting, we will be thinking only of what happened. Oh, why did I do like that? Or we will be thinking, why did he do like that? So what are we thinking? We are thinking about everything except Krishna. So we don't want to lose the mind just because somebody is not so intelligent, right? Have anybody been in such, I think it's getting late. We'll just take 1 minute. Have anybody been in some situations like this? Yes, Smriti.
So there's this girl in my class. And then she was always like, remember I've heard this word. There's this girl in class, like in math time, and then the teacher's like, just admit that you're wrong. And then they're like, no, I'm not wrong. When the answer's supposed to be like 8,000 something, she got 22,000 something. She's like, it's not wrong. And then she's like, just say that I don't know anything. Can you please teach me? And then like, I do know something. I just need you to help me. They just won't listen. They won't listen that they're not wrong when they clearly got the wrong answer.
Right. Yeah.
There's this one person in my class that does that too.
Oh, really? Yeah. Soon like as you grow up, when you go to the higher standards, maybe we will also have to find we will also be in some situation. So at that time, just take time and see. We don't want to fight just because they are fighting with us. We don't have to fight, do the same thing. Yes, Rasika, Radhika.
So this guy in my class, if he gets something wrong, he's like, if he gets like his planner signed or something, he's like, what did I do? And he's like, and he starts crying. He's like, what did I do? Because he's literally doing the wrong thing, and you don't even know what you're doing.
Hare
And, he's like, and he starts crying and going to his desk, and he's like, and then he said, I'm sorry about that. The teacher said that. Like, you know what you're doing, seriously, bro.
Hare Krishna Mataji, it's past time. Mataji.
Yes. That's all. We are done. Thank you so much, dear kids. See you all next time. Hope you all enjoyed this story. Pancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai, Srila
Hare
Prabhupada ki
Krishna.
jai, Her Grace Charu Mataji ki jai, all the assembled devotees ki jai. Thank you, dear devotee. Thank you, dear kids. Mataji, I'll just